I'm designing new book covers for every book that I read. Today, it's Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Let's get started. Let's do a quick review. There's going to be spoilers ahead, so go ahead and skip to this timestamp if you want to miss all of that and just see the book cover. I'll give you a second. Okay. So Dark Matter is self-described as a mind-bending, relentlessly surprising thriller. And that's an understatement to me. That's right on the website. This book was full of suspense, and I honestly really loved reading it. This book really centers around this enormous cube in this sort of nondescript warehouse in Chicago. And we see this main character discover this against his will. And he's kidnapped at gunpoint right at the beginning of the book, if you've read it. And he kind of comes across this cube, unsure what it is, but that's kind of what this book is about. It's this entrance portal to multiple different dimensions and different realities. And sort of the main through line throughout this whole book is it's really all about life's choices, right? And what would happen if we had a do-over in life? How would we play out our life differently if we could change things in the past? So I really loved that. I think it's a great storyline. I gave it 5 stars personally, so I highly recommend it. Blake Crouch is an incredible author. Okay, let's get to the cover. Okay, so here's the published cover again. I really like this. It's really bold. It really catches my attention, especially with that red. But nothing here really draws me into the story. Nothing about the story is revealed through this. So I want to try and capture a piece of that story, but something that doesn't necessarily give it all away. Sort of a when you know type of thing. When you come across it in the book, you start to understand what the cover is showing you. And that piece I want to capture is the cube inside of the warehouse. So the first thing I'm doing here is just sourcing images. I really want to find a good background image to portray that warehouse. I'm looking for something mysterious, sort of ominous and dark along those lines. I end up really finding what I wanted here on Unsplash, where I kind of found this dark, moody room that felt really exactly kind of what I imagined this scene to look like in the book itself. So I pulled in those images to Photoshop. I've got this set up as a standard book size at 8.5 by 5.5 inches. And I'm cycling through these just to find the best one in the background. And I think this one here is exactly what we're looking for. I think this one's perfect. Next thing is to add our cube. I tried looking online for a metal cube, but nothing had that massive perspective that I wanted to convey here. So I just ended up making it myself with a couple of rectangles. I wanted to really engulf this room with the cube to really feel like this giant structure inside the middle of the room. So that's what I'm doing here. And now I want to add a little color here to differentiate the different faces of the cube. And it's going to be metal, so I'm going to start with just a simple gradient, just kind of as a baseline. And that's already feeling decent. Obviously, it's still a long way to go, though. I'm adding in some shadows here to ground it to the floor and make it start to feel real and actually inside of the space. I added 3 different layers of shadows at different brush sizes and different opacities, because shadows in the real world aren't just one shade. They're really sharp nearest the object, and then they spread out and fade as it gets farther away. To darken this room a bit, I'm going to grab a super soft large brush and just go around the outside of the image here to give it a little bit of a vignette. This will put some more focus on the cube itself and less on the room, because I want that to fade into the background and fade away a little bit. Okay, so we have the background in a good spot, but I want to finish the cube with a metal texture. So I found this one here, and I really like it because it already matches our lighting with that brightest spot up top and then it gets darker towards the bottom. So I'm just going to clip this to the faces of the cube and warp it to match. Add a multiply blend mode here, and that looks pretty good. but it still does look a little off, and that's because the color tones on the cube don't match the room quite yet. They're still a little bit too cool and blue on the undertone. So I'm going to add a harmonization neural filter, which automatically adjusts the colors to match the background. And there we go. That feels much better. The room is still a little obvious to me, so I'm darkening it even more here. Okay, now I want to add some highlights along the top edge of the cube because that window right above it is really bright. So I'll kind of brush those in here. Okay, I think this cover is in a really good spot. Now I just need to add the title. I'm using this font called Abolition, which gives a nice, tall, condensed vibe, and it really fills this space really well above this cube. Now with this bright white text, it's just a little too monochromatic for me overall in the whole image, so I want to add a touch of color in somewhere. So I'm going to start off by adding a little haziness around the edges, sort of seeping into our image here. And then kind of the cherry on top here is adding this dissolve blend mode to that haze with the opacity going way down. It gives this really cool speckled look without adding too much color and taking too much away from the focus of the cube. And I think this reddish orange color looks much better. I want to bring that color into the title text a little bit with a small outer glow like that. All we're left with now is the author, which fits really well here at the bottom of the book to balance it out. We'll change the color and we're done. Here's a side-by-side of the published cover on the left and my version on the right. I would love to hear your opinion on which one you like more. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.